Yo, what's going on guys? Ian77 here. In today's video, we're going to be playing underleveled Hog EQ inside of mid ladder. Alright, so hopping in the first match here, we're going to have Valkyrie, Firecracker, Lightning, and Skeletons in cycle. So, when you're playing mid ladder with Hog EQ, you do have to be a little bit, Hog Lightning actually, you do have to be a little bit more careful with what you cycle. Like, there are some crazy decks out here, so you have to be a little bit ready for what you use. And actually this guy's gonna go with E-Giant, basically first play. It's kind of crazy down here, right around 5,300, but I feel like even a lot of you guys who are a little bit higher can probably still relate to like the type of stuff you'll see down here. And by the way guys, let me know in the comments down below like what you'd like to see next around mid ladder, like if you'd like to see some specific decks, or like if you want like specific advice or something based around mid ladder, because I do have quite a bit of experience with it. And I think Hog Lightning is a super strong deck in mid ladder. It feels like it's just I don't know, I feel like the Hog is a really reliable win condition down here, because even though there are some buildings, like most of the people only have like Inferno Towers, I feel like, which is kind of one of the heavier buildings. Actually, that Firecracker somehow got splashed by the wizard, kind of unluckily. But yeah, guys, so many people have like wizards and those stuff, so that's why Lightning is really good in this deck to kill the wizards and witches. But as I was saying about like the Hog, I feel like the Hog is a pretty solid win condition, because they only have like Inferno Towers down here, like sometimes like Cannon or Tesla, but I feel like you can easily Lightning them away. So I feel like it's really good to have Hog in this range. They don't really have like Tornado too often, or like those decks with like a ton of Hog counters like Splash Shard or something like that. And yeah, I think Lightning is really nice in this deck, and also Tesla's quite nice over like Bomb Tower or something, because you kind of need the extra air defense here, because unlike at the top of ladder, you're not just going to face like a few decks. Like you could face any type of random air deck with like Balloon and all those crazy stuff. And I think we're actually going to get a King Tower activation here. Gonna have to use a bit of an awkward Firecracker there against his Stormy, but super nice defense. Only took a single skeleton hit for that entire defense. And honestly guys, I pretty much like faced Mega Knight like pretty much every single game pushing up to this trophy range. Like you know, like I was playing a bit before I started recording, like not too much, but I did get reset by this season, so I like pushed a tiny bit up before I hit the record button. I pretty much faced Mega Knight like literally every single game. Like I mean, I knew Mega Knight was popular at mid ladder, but I faced it like literally every game. Like I think I played like 10 games in a row, and all of them were probably Mega Knight. And yeah, honestly, it's not too easy here. Like you may think like I'm just wrecking all of these guys, but actually some of them are just so over leveled. Like I think this is the first guy that I faced that didn't have a maxed out wizard. And yeah, like even if they play so badly, it's just so hard to stop some of their pushes. Alright, so in the next match here, we're gonna have a pretty good cycle here. He will go with Goblin Barrel right there, so actually not the best cycle for us here. And he does have level 13 Goblin Barrel, so yeah, not the best here. Like also my Firecracker is only level 8, so people can even like log away my Firecracker very easily, or just like basically kill most of my units with less elixir than they normally have to spend. So I do kind of have to rely on outplaying them. Yeah, he's gonna log away the Firecracker right there, but you do kind of just have to rely on like outplaying them. Like all of these people have like Mega Knights, as I was saying, so like a really good outplay you can do is to activate your King Tower against the Mega Knight using just Skeletons and Ice Spirit, as you saw in the previous game. And I'll probably do it whenever I see an opponent have Mega Knight, if they give me the opportunity to, because it's a super good positive elixir trade. And since you only have to spend 2 elixir on defense, you can usually punish them a bit with like a Hog Rider or other lane when they're low, since they weren't really expecting for you to defend so cheaply, I guess you could say. It looks like this guy actually does have Cannon here, so in this case it would be nice to have Earthquake, but I feel like even though Lightning will be slightly worse on offense, it's really nice to just like be able to kill those units that they have that Lightning can kill pretty well. So I feel like it's still better to focus on defense kind of compared to offense, so that's why I still think Lightning is better. I mean, some of you guys can probably get away with EQ in mid ladder, but I feel like if you're between like maybe 5,000 to 6,000, then I would definitely run Lightning, and maybe even like a little bit past that I would still run Lightning. Like I feel like Lightning can be good up until like 6,600 trophies. And I mean, it can be good even later than 6,600 trophies. It's just that at that point you kind of start to face more meta decks. You don't like have to use it, but you can definitely use lightning, because like I feel like lightning can even be used at the top of ladder. Just that sometimes when you're like super good with Hog EQ, I think, or just with Hog, I mean, I think EQ is better in the deck, but especially for like what you face in these trophy ranges, I feel like this is the best version of the deck. Alright, so wasn't really talking too much about these actual matches, but as you can see, they do have quite high level stuff. Like his Musketeer is even going to one-shot our Firecracker, which is kind of unheard of. And I think we're actually going to activate our King Tower here. We're going to have to waste the log there on his Musketeer. Kind of not the best thing for us. We don't have like a Valkyrie or a... Okay, now we do have a Valkyrie in cycle, but I was worried that he would Goblin Barrel right away and we'd have nothing for it. But defended super nicely there. It is always important to use Hog Kites as well. I'm actually going to get it. Wow, super good lightning right there. Just wanted to lightning the cannon so the Hog could get to the tower, but it ended up hitting the E-Ways too, so you can see like how good lightning can be here. And I'm actually going to waste a log here, because I don't think this Valkyrie his Goblin Barrel to fully counter it. Okay, never mind. Kind of forgot that he was so over-leveled, but normally you can fully counter a Goblin Barrel using a Valkyrie if you play it quick enough and they aren't like 4 levels over-leveled compared to you. Alright, so gonna actually have to defend his Musketeer here. It is so high level that I feel like it would pretty much take my tower just by itself, even if I put it on my strong side tower. And also gonna go with the Hog Lightning here. I feel like Hog Lightning is such a strong combo. Like, even though it's not always the best against buildings to use Lightning, I feel like it's still actually quite nice in some case, like especially against the Inferno Tower, and even against Cannon, it's pretty good still. It's not quite as good as EQ against buildings in general, but it still gets the job done, and that will be a good game. Alright, hopping on the next match here, we're going to be up against this guy. And by the way, guys, as you can see, like all of these people I'm facing are pretty much level 10s. They don't look like too over-leveled compared to me, but then you see their actual card levels, so then you start to question things a little bit. Oh no. Oh no. The Max Wizard, the Max Goblin Gang. Oh, yikes. Mid-ladder life. Wow, that Goblin Gang just like took pretty much half my tower, even though I spent like the Ice Spirit and the Skeletons on it. Yeah, so you can see stuff is a little bit crazy out here. I didn't really have the best cycle to defend, and he's gonna go with a Mega Knight at the bridge here and some wall breakers. But to be honest, I don't even think he'll get punished for it just because he has such high levels. But I will go with the King activation here, using the Firecracker and Ice Spirit. Also works with Skeletons, but yeah, as you can see, we're pretty much getting our King activated basically every game here against Mega Knight. That's kind of the one saving grace of playing against Mega Knight in mid-ladder. Even when it's over-leveled, you still can activate your King Tower pretty easily, so you do have at least one way to defend it. I'm actually going to use a defensive Hog Rider here. I could have probably went with a Lightning, but kind of wanted to just conserve a little bit of Elixir, just as much as I possibly can. Yeah, I'm also going to go with a Firecracker here, because those are level 12 wall breakers, that each one would take like half my tower, and unfortunately that actually connected somehow. Kind of a bad Firecracker there, I guess, but I will go with a Hog right here, just to kite the Bandit a little bit, and also apply some pressure. And somehow that Princess Tower arrow went like halfway across the arena and finished off the Bandit, but I'll take it, and we will get a couple Hog hits there, so maybe if we play tight defense here, we could have a chance of still doing something, but not really too sure here. Okay, Valkyrie will do a pretty good job right there, and we do have King activated, so there is a chance that we can defend his stuff well, but he's kind of just going to spam us here at the bridge with some Mega Knights, and he'll go with the Wizard as well, but honestly even a Valkyrie wouldn't even kill his Wizard, I think, because it's so over-leveled, so I'm going to have to just go with the Lightnings there, and yeah, he is kind of just spamming us relentlessly. I will go with the Valkyrie here, but the Valkyrie doesn't even one-shot goblins either. Alright, I don't know if we can actually defend this. Oh no. Okay, the Bandit will dash on our tower. I'm gonna push back the Wizard. Gonna try to get a Firecracker down, but we'll be just a second late right there, so this looks like it will be a 2-tower game here. I did take his tower, but this might be pretty bad for us right here. He's basically just like relentlessly spamming us, but not really sure if he can do anything. Okay, this actually might be game here. I'll probably just leave this in the video, to be honest. Sometimes I do cut out losses if I don't think they're very productive, but this is just the reality of mid-ladder. I quit. Alright, I'm back, guys. This is a darn game, man. Facing me, putting me up against those over-leveled wizard players, man. Hate this game. Just kidding, but you guys will probably have to deal with that when you play in mid-ladder, because, and yeah, also the logs will always kill your firecrackers as well if they're as over-leveled as the ones I'm facing, but, yeah, it's kind of just the reality of mid-ladder, guys. You will probably have some losses like the previous game, which you can't really do anything about, to be honest. Like, even if you play super well, sometimes they're just so over-leveled that you don't really have much of a chance either way. And honestly, this is kind of a weird start there. Okay, somehow the firecracker actually retargeted to the minion, so not the best start here. He is gonna get quite a bit of damage, but not a terrible start either, and he will waste arrows there too, and Hog gonna do a good job of kiting the mini P.E.K.K.A there. So yeah, you can notice in a lot of these games I'm using the Hog Riders to kite his units rather than like committing an extra Valkyrie or something like that. So always really good to do that, just making sure that you save your Valkyrie for other things, or whatever other unit that you could have used. Alright, and Valkyrie will actually splash the tower there, and for some reason this guy only has a level 10 wizard. Pretty much everybody so far has had like nearly a max wizard, so kind of surprised. And as you can see there, we did surround the wizard with skeletons there. You can actually do it if you time the skeletons perfectly, but you do have to be a little bit precise on the timing. But once you learn it, it's quite helpful to avoid as many wizard shots as possible. And yeah, as you can see, this guy does have Witch too, so Lightning will just get so much value against this guy, and we're actually going to hit the mini P.E.K.K.A too right there, so yeah, really enjoy having Lightning here. Definitely far better than Earthquake at this trophy range, because when you don't have Lightning, like, you only have a Valkyrie pretty much to kill his Witches, his Mega Knights, and like all of that stuff, so you can't really use your Valkyrie on everything, so you kind of need the Lightning in there to deal with some stuff. It looks like this guy does have Mega Knight here as well, so honestly no surprises here. Pretty much expect everyone to be running Mega Knight. I think like it must have like a 90% use rate at this trophy range where I'm at right now. Alright, so the Mega Knight will jump there on the Tesla, and you can also like pull the Mega Knight to the King Tower once it kills a Tesla. And I did kind of mess up that Hog Rider there. I kind of meant to pull the mini P.E.K.K.A, but honestly won't really make a difference either way, I think. And let's see, the Firecracker will actually push itself back just a little bit, so it does avoid the log, which is pretty good for us right here. And I think our Hog will get one shot because he uses mini P.E.K.K.A kind of in a weird position, so didn't really counter the Hog fully. And now we do just need like one more Hog Rider hit and probably like a Lightning on his tower at this point, so yeah, I should be able to finish him off here shortly. Just gonna make sure we can defend this Mega Knight, because it is so over leveled that it's pretty much just like invincible nearly to our towers, but we will finish it off by also aggroing it on our King Tower and other towers, so that will be game right there. Alright, hopping in the next match here, we will actually have Hog in our starting hand for once, so I was going to say I would go with Hog first play there, but he did just go with Miner before I had the chance to, so just going to make sure we defend this here. And honestly, the few Miner players that I've faced in mid-ladder, they always have like such an over-leveled Miner, so like normally when I'm on top ladder with like equal levels, or like in tournament standard with equal levels, I kind of like to ignore the Miners sometimes, or just use like skeletons on them. But when they're that over-leveled, you have to kind of make sure you defend them pretty well, because they can take like what feels like half of your tower sometimes, just because of how over-leveled they can be. And we're actually at a perfect Ice Spirit right there, and oh, what do you know? Mega Knight. So I think I will try to activate my King Tower here, because the issue that most of the mid-ladder players have is that they never support their Mega Knights very much, so it's very easy to activate your King Tower against it. And honestly, the Mega Knight's actually doing a ton of damage to our King Tower, even like it's so high level that even our King Tower lost like half of its HP. And I will go with the log right there. In mid-ladder, it's very common that people run Skeleton Army. Like, I think pretty much, I feel like sometimes like half of the players run Skeleton Army at this trophy range, so honestly going with prediction logs isn't even that bad of an idea, because pretty much like half of the time you'll probably hit a Skeleton Army, or like at least something, so not a bad idea. But you'd have to be a bit careful with your logs as well, because there always are those players with like level 14 goblin barrels and stuff, so you do kind of have to be a little bit more conservative with your spells until you know what they're playing. Alright, and the Hog does actually get one shot there. Even though his Mega Knight is over leveled, it's not quite enough to stop our Hog Riders fully, and we're just getting the perfect Ice Spirits right here as well, so looking really good. And by the way, guys, did you actually see the latest balance changes? Like, I think on Twitter I saw some leaks of the balance changes. I think Supercell accidentally leaked in an image or something of the balance changes in game, and apparently Ice Spirit will get buffed, so kind of happy about that. But I think Valkyrie will be getting a nerf, and also Mega Knight might be getting a nerf if I'm correct, so some of you guys actually might be quite happy about the Mega Knight nerf, but I think a lot of you guys might be sad about the Valkyrie nerf. To be honest, I don't really think Valkyrie needed a nerf. Like, I already said it in the previous video, but Skeleton King will just be so OP after Valkyrie gets a nerf, and the changes aren't like confirmed yet or anything, so don't we like to, I don't know, don't have like too strong opinions yet, because they're not like 100% confirmed yet, but they were accidentally leaked by Supercell, like in the community tab or whatever, so they're most likely going to come, or at least something similar, so yeah, just watch out for that, and just like take note of the cards that will get nerfed, especially so that you know not to level them up. And that will be GG, so thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!